Hi everyone, great to have you here for some online training. Now, if you haven't done a warm-up, now's the time to pause this video and go away and do a 5 to 10 minute warm-up, including some gentle exercises and also some stretches. So if you haven't done a warm-up, pause this video now and I'll see you back here soon. Okay, let's get started with two different kata today. So thank you all for joining us. We're going to go through our Sanchin kata, but we're also going through Hiji Goho. And I hope everybody remembers that kata from their previous training. So follow along with me, feet together, musubidashi, bow right. And we're going for Sanchin kata first. So yoi, so hands in front of your chin. Circle down, pushing down to the floor with your palms, opening up those heels and closing the fists. So right now we should have the feet spread apart and we should have the fists pointing down towards the floor, those two big knuckles pointed down towards the floor. Stepping forward with your right foot into Sanchin Dashi hourglass stance and two blocks up. We should have tension throughout our legs, our core muscles and our arms. And when we breathe, remember we breathe with our diaphragm. So using your left hand, breathe in, expand your belly. Breathe out, suck the belly in and then lock it in. Okay, now stepping forwards, same thing with your right arm. Good job, stepping forwards, left arm again. All right, now keep your feet on the spot. Use your left arm again, all the way in. Now breathe out and put it under your elbow. Now step across with your front foot, and we're going to turn facing away from the screen and block with your left arm. So turn and block. And punch out with your right arm. Step forward, left arm. Now we're going to do the turn. So breathe in, breathe out, put it under the elbow, step across and block towards the screen again with your left arm. And now breathe out with your right arm. Step forwards, left arm. Now leave your feet on the spot. Use your right arm. Okay, good. Now we're going to push down. So open up your left hand, push down with your left and down with your right. You should have this oval shape made with your arms and your body. Now breathe in, pull both hands, and out. Two more times. One more time. Now stepping backwards, bring your hands into the right side of your body, circle over your face, and push. Stepping backwards, hands to the other side of your body, circle and push. Finish off, hands in front of your face, heels together again like the way you started, push down and bow. Good job. I want to go through that kata one more time before we move on to Hiji Goho. This time I'm going to do it facing sideways, but I'll still tell you which hand to use so you can see me from the side, okay? So everyone, musubidashi, heels together, right? Yoi, hands in front, push down, open your feet up, close the fists, step forward with your right foot, two hands up. Remember to breathe with your diaphragm, maintain good posture, chin back. Left hand. Step forward, right hand. Step forward, left hand. Now use your left hand again, all the way in. Now under the elbow. Now you're going to turn around facing away from the screen. Block with your left hand and punch with your right. Step again, left hand. Now use your left hand again, all the way in, under the elbow. Do the turn to the front and block with your left hand. So now you should be facing me. Punch out with your right. Step forward, left hand. Leave your feet on the spot. Use your right hand. Alright, good job. Now we're going to push down. Start pushing down with your left and your right. Now we have 3 breaths in and out. Good. Now we're going to step backwards. Bring your hands into your right hand side and circle. Now we're going to step backwards one last time. Bring your hands to your left hand side and push. Good. Now finish hands in front of your chin. Down and back. Good work, guys. I hope you're feeling really confident with that kata. We've had a few classes covering that kata now. If you're not feeling confident, then please continue and practice at your own time. Now we're going to go through Hiji Goho as a recap. I hope you all remember Hiji Goho. That's our 5 elbow form. Our 5 elbows. We're just going to do it once because I know the majority of people watching this already know that particular form. But then we're going to see how we can apply those elbows in a self-defense situation. So, ready? Now, for the yoi position, the ready position for this kata is down in front of our body like this. It's quite different to Sanchin. Sanchin starts like that. This kata is like this. Step backwards with your right foot and block down. Now we're going to use your right arm. Elbow forwards, number 1. Now step backwards, elbow behind you, number 2. Now around, number 3. Now down and kiai. Here. Now across, number 5. Now step backwards with your opposite foot, your left foot. And now we're going to do the left arm 5 times. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Here. Number 5. And not there. Finish. Hands down. Bring the left foot back in and bow. I'm not going to spend any more time going through that form, but I would like you to practice on your own time if you don't remember it. I am going to go through some self-defense drills using this form. So, if everyone can go into a sparring stance, I don't mind which foot you use. Okay, so we're going to work some elbows. So, I don't want you to be using elbows in your normal everyday sparring in our dojo. Because of course, if we're using our elbows, it's going to get dangerous in our sparring. This is more of like a self-defense type training. If we need to use a really effective strike against somebody that's trying to hurt us. So, in a sparring position, whichever hand's in front, we're going to step forward and we're going to push our elbow forward, just like the kata tells us to do. So let's do 5 times. Each, knee, with some power. San, shi, go. Good, relax. This elbow could be used into solar plexus, so pushing here. It could also be used under the jaw, pushing a little bit higher. But it could also be used to protect our head. Imagine if someone was trying to punch us and we go and cover our head. So you see it's got lots of different applications. Change stance, do the other arm. Hiji, ni, san, shi, go. Good. Change stance back to the first side. Now we're going to do the second elbow. The second elbow is, remember in the kata when we elbow like that behind us? So we could do it lots of different ways. But to start with, we're going to step across so our legs are crossed over and elbow behind you towards the camera. Now turn back the way you came. Alright, so you can see that in the kata you elbow down low. So I've just interpreted it slightly differently. Instead of elbowing low, I'm just elbowing up here. So a slight difference. Okay? So let's try that 5 times. Turn and elbow the camera. Each. And back around to the start. Sparring position, protect yourself. Knee. Sun. Keep your balance. Shi. And go. Now change stance. This is going to be tricky. I want you to turn the opposite way. Alright, turning the opposite way now. Use the other arm. Each. Knee. We're using the momentum of the turn to generate power in the elbow. Sun. Shi. And go. And relax. Now you could interpret this a number of ways as well. Imagine if someone was bear hugging you, holding you from behind. Imagine somebody's holding me and I can't move my arms. I can use one arm to break their grip and the other arm to elbow in the belly at the same time. Another thing I can do with this move is use it as a joint lock. So if somebody's punching me from the front, I can hold their arm and put pressure down on their arm. So I can use it as a joint lock at the same time as a strike. Now let's do the third elbow. I know that you all know it. It's the round elbow. Remember this one? That's the third one. So sparring position. We're going to use the back arm and we're going to elbow around towards the screen. Each. Ne. San. Shi. With power. Go. Change stance. Other arm now. Each. Knee. San. Good job. Shi. Go. Alright. You can see why we don't do this type of stuff in our general day-to-day sparring. Because we don't want to be elbowing somebody full power in the face or the nose. Okay, it's obviously going to cause injury. Next one, the fourth elbow. I hope you all remember from the kata. It's the down elbow, the kiai. So sparring position. Use your back arm. We're going to reach up. And when we elbow down, we're going to drop our body weight slightly. Each. Knee. Just drop slightly, not too much. San. Shi. Go. Change stance. This elbow could come down across the face, down into the solar plexus, or on top of the head. Each. Ne. San. Shi. Go. Excellent. The last one, the fifth elbow. The first part is important. If you watch the kata, the way it works is like this. So see, the arm comes across the face first before it does the elbow. Okay, so go into sparring position. That front arm comes across your face first and then elbow. Let's try that 5 times. Each. Ne. San. Shi. Go. Change positions. You can see when I come across the face, I could be blocking a strike that's coming for me, or I could be trapping their arm and controlling their joint and then elbowing. Okay, so the first part's important. Ich, ne, san, shi, go. Excellent, nate. So you can see how just from one small kata, just from Hiji ate Goho, we've got all of those different applications. So just before we have a drink break, let's go through Hiji ate Goho one last time. If you know it, you don't have to watch me. But if you want help, you can follow along with me. So bow, ready, right leg back, 5 elbows. Left leg back. And up there. Right. Excellent. So when we come back, I want you guys to have a quick drink break. And when we come back, we're going through some different kion. Thanks. So just before we do that, I want you all to pause this video. I want you all to practice Sanchin kata and also Hiji ate Goho at least 2 times each. So Sanchin kata is the breathing kata that looks like this. And Hiji ate Goho is the elbow kata that looks like this. And we can see how each kata has extremely practical applications based on the training we've just done. Pause this video, practice 2 times each, and also have a drink break. Thanks. Welcome back. I hope you've all had something to drink. I hope you're ready to continue with your training. We're going to go through some of our basic kions, so some of our different stances, dashi, some of our different blocks, uke, some of our different striking techniques. So I'd like you to follow along. So hop down into shikudash, horse stance. Feet should be pointed out at 45 degrees and our knees follow the line of our foot. Block down towards the side and look that direction. Alright, please don't look down at the block. Just look the direction that the block's going. Okay, so our chin stays up, our posture stays up. Now we're going to cross our arms and block the other way. Ich. Other side, knee. Okay, if you're comfortable with that, let's do some fast ones. San, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyo, jo. Stay there. I want you to make sure you pull your hikite, your pulling hand, all the way back. I want you to make sure that hand stays retracted all the way, the same as you would if you were punching. So again, block down to the side. I'm going to do it on an angle so you have a different angle. Look to the side. Ich, knee, san. Bend your knees, bend your knees. Shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyo, jo. Alright, stay there, bend those knees. Alright, so you've got one hand out, and now we're going to punch that same direction. So we're going to use the other arm to punch across your stomach. Do that. This looks very similar to the second move in Hiji ate Goho. So if you know the second move in Hiji ate Goho, that's what we're doing now. Alright, block the other way, and now punch. Remember, your hikite pulls back, your pulling hand, just like normal. Don't change anything. Block and punch. Block and punch. See if you can put the block and the punch together, okay? So go block, punch now. Ich, knee, san, shi, go, ruk, si, hach, kyo, jo. Alright, nate. I know that one's a little bit advanced, so if you can't do it, at least work the geranbare, the lower block, alright, as a starting point. Let's go into uchi hachichi dashi now. If you're not sure what uchi hachichi dashi is, you turn the heels outwards and you stand a little bit on an angle like this, toes pointed inwards. So turn your toes inwards. It's opposite to shikudashi, it's not this way, it's inwards. And go for a double block, the same as Sanchin kata, the two blocks. Alright, now the basic we're going to work is uraken back fist, where the fist comes straight out and hits with the back of the fist like this. It's not a seiken punch, it's not a normal punch. Alright, so back fist, each. Now the other hand, knee. If you want to, you can put some power. San, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyo, jo. Up there. Excellent. Next one we're going to do, we're not going to worry about the stance. Just put your fists on your ribs. Not down here on your hips, like you would usually stand. Your fists up here on your ribs. And we're going to back fist behind you. Okay, so my fist comes up, I look over my shoulder, and I back fist directly behind. And then the fist goes back down. Now use the other hand, back fist behind you, and back down. So you need a quick flick of the hips. See, a quick whipping motion of the hips, the hand goes out and straight down. If somebody was behind, then you imagine this back part of the fist, straight back, and then down to your hip. All right, let's do 10. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyo, jo. Excellent, up there, rest. Now, of course, if we were defending ourselves or sparring, of course we wouldn't stand like this and walk up and do a back fist. This is just the drill that we use to develop our back fist techniques. Now let's go through some kicks. So go into jurash, free sparring stance. And we're going to start with meigeri, which is a front kick. So we're going to do it for a count of 4, okay, a count of 4. All right, so hands up, use your back leg. Number 1 is lift your knee. Keep your balance. Number 2, stretch your foot out. Balance. Number 3, bring your heel back. And number 4, put your foot back down. So you see how it's quite simply 1, 2, 3, 4. And usually we do all 4, but we do it much faster. So you don't know that we're doing a count of 4. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now do the whole thing. So the fast kick. Ich, ne. Do it the same way you practiced. Just do it faster. San, shi, go. Change stance. Okay, now using the other leg. Let's start off with the count of 4. Each. Balance. Hands up. Knee. San. Shi. Come on, you can keep your balance. Again, each. Knee as high as you can. Down here is too low. Knee. San. Shi. Now let's do the fast ones. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. And up there. Excellent. Let's go for some side kicks. Sometimes we can do them towards the front, sometimes we can do them off to the side. Today we're going to do them off to the side. So go into a sparring position. Use your back leg, whichever one's your back leg, and kick towards that side. You can see I've got my right leg at the back. That means I'm going to kick out to the right, okay? Let's do 4 movements. Number 1, ich. Number 2, we're going to kick to the side, ni. San, knee back, and shi. Lost my balance there. And again, ich, ni, san, shi. You can see the only one that's different is number 2, ni. Everything else is the same as the front kick. This is the same, this is different, this is the same, this is the same. Alright? So everything is number 1, number 3, and number 4 are the same movements. Let's do fast ones now. Ich, ni. Keep going, I'll move to the side. San, shi. Go. Change stance, hantai. Other leg, let's do the 4 counts. Ich, ni, san, shi. Again, ich, balance, ni, do not hold on, san, shi. Now let's do the fast ones. Ich, ni, keep going, san, shi, go, and not there, rest. Shiko-kyu, one more breath. Alright, good work. We're going to do some core exercises on the floor and then we're going to finish our training today. So just hold on a moment while I bring the camera down to the floor. Okay, pop down in a sit-up position. Bend the knees like you usually would. Feet flat on the floor, hands behind. Let's start off with 10 normal sit-ups. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, keep going, sich, keep going, hach, good job, kyu, ju, excellent. This time, have your hands in front of your face like a boxer and lean backwards a little. And we're going to twist our body left, right, left, right. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyu. 10 more. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyu, jo. Good work. Last one. Hands behind you. Lift your legs up off the floor. See if you can keep your balance. We're going to do double crunches. So when your legs go out, your head also stretches out. When your knees come in, your chest comes in. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyu, ju. 10 more. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, kyu, ju. And to make it a little bit more challenging, stretch the legs out, balance on the bottom, hands up, and balance. 10 seconds. 9, 8, balance. 7, straight knees. 6, hard abs. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Good job. Rest. Okay, thank you all for coming. Good job. That's the end of our training today. Please go back, rewind, and reattempt any parts of this training session. I'll see you all next time.